You know, when
Yes.
you did you have this like kind of growing up? Did you have a relationship with Tron in the sense that like was this a film that you watched, you know, on your VHS and stuff like that, or was this a did you kind of discover it years later?
I discovered Tron a little later than my childhood. I was, sorry, I was 18 when I first saw Tron for the first time. And I was so amazed by Steven Lisberger's mind, you know, to create a film that was, you know, solely about technology and the circle of life and the the possibilities of technology and the future and the questions and you know, I was so amazed by this. And then seeing the young, energetic, sort of maniacal, charismatic Jeff Bridges, you know, insisting on his visions and creations and, you know, technology and the games. And, you know, it's funny, man. I think everybody should just go back just to see Jeff.
I agree. I mean, watching him, it felt like he was a kid in a candy store. So how do you kind of like, you know, like when you're there, does that kind of energy rub off on your performance and just kind of seeing what he would do every day on set?
Well, I mean, the journey of Sam Flynn is sort of, it's about, you know, a kid that's never really gotten over the disappearance of his father. So you need the real human emotions that involves. And because the story's about, you know, a son in search of his father. And so if the story isn't true or doesn't make sense, then the 3D or the visuals don't appeal. Well, at least to me, they don't appeal at all. You know, so the story's got to be there. But working with Jeff in this was the experience of a lifetime because he's such a genuine person, man. And he's so inspired by all aspects of life, technology. I mean, you know, literature and philosophy and music and spirituality and all this, you know, which he's such a great person. And he's so youthful and childlike still. I mean, you know, we'd play this game, Pigs, on set, where you toss these two little rubber pigs down and they land in whatever fashion and you get points accordingly. And so I'd say like, oh, that's a snouter. And he'd be like, no, man, that's a double leaning jowler, man. And that was kind of what our days were like.
That's so crazy. Now, you know, when you watch the trailer, contrary to popular belief, there are actually real sets here. It's not just a total CGI experience. So when you're shooting that, did that help? And can you maybe describe some of the sets that maybe you were like super impressive even for you know, to like walk in and be like,
yeah,
whoa.
it was wild. I mean, you know, yeah, everybody does sort of think like, you know, was the hardest part the blue screen, but we did have a lot of practical sets. I mean, say like Clue's Clue's throne room. I mean, his ship, or the, you know, the solar sailor platform, or things like these. I mean, just incredible. Or the safe house with the underlit, you know, the underlight that sort of knocks 2001: Space Odyssey out of the water. I mean, this is like 8 times the size of that room. I mean, but that was great. All those sets were incredible because they're done by, you know, Darren, the production designer, and Joe and his background in architecture. So it's so symmetrical, and the look of it is so precise and new and revolutionary. And that's, you know, that's them, man. The vision, the people behind this in terms of digital domain, and Darren and Joe, just an incredible team. But also, when you had to deal with just blue screen, Joe Kosinski was so 10 steps ahead of everything that he would explain what you're seeing with such detail that you could actually see it. It really took the load off, you know. And I'm just excited for everybody to see Joe's directorial debut because I think he's the next visionary genius of our time.